Hello guys, welcome back to today's weekly episode. In today's interview, we have our special guest for tonight. Her name is Sofia and her great new school called New Opportunities.
Hi, yes, how she said, my name is Sofia. I am 25 years old and I'm the founder of New Opportunities.
And so I just wanted to ask you, how does it feel sitting here today, knowing that you've helped others, and that you helped yourself, and that you have accomplished so much?
It feels very empowering to be here, knowing that I am able to pass on the education that I have received to future generations and generations that keep on growing. I want to give them that same feedback that I've gotten, just like I've received.
I can imagine, of course. And so, what are some of the challenges that you face to come and sit here and be where you are right now?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of challenges, but the biggest I can say is not having the best support system, having a lot of family issues, not knowing how I could pay my expenses like college, travel, food, and more. And also having a lot of self-doubt, not knowing if I'll be able to make it.
Yeah. Well, look how far you have come. Can you share some of the obstacles that you were facing and how did you overcome them?
Of course, yes. Well, how I mentioned, a support system was something that I struggled with, but I believe that I've figured it out. Having a support system is one of the most important things that everyone should have. And I have a couple of people in my small circle that I trust a lot, that are my mom, my teacher from middle school, Miss Wallace, and my cousin. They have been the biggest support that I can ever ask for.
Of course. And you mentioned your teacher from middle school, Miss Wallace. Can you elaborate on how good your connection is with her and how she has inspired you to inspire others?
Yes, definitely. She has definitely inspired me to inspire others because of the way she makes me keep going. I met her when I was in 7th grade. She was my computers teacher. And from that day, she has made time to talk to me. She has listened to me. She has called me out when was needed, and she's always made me feel understood. How I said a support system should make you feel understood, knowing that you should have someone to count on. And that's what she's done for me. As a teacher and as a person, she's been amazing and she's inspired a lot. She's changed the ways I've viewed things. So I'm very grateful that I've met her.
This all sounds great. And when I asked you about some of your challenges, you mentioned that you were afraid that you weren't going to be able to pay some of your expenses for college. Can you just say what expenses were these and how did you manage to pay them all?
Yeah, definitely. As you know, college is not easy to pay for. So I had to do that through a lot of scholarships, financial aid, and most importantly, getting a job. Maintaining a job in college is very difficult, but it's very needed at the same time. That was like the main, that was where I got my main money from, where I had to pay off scholarships and financial aid did help. But as I said, a job is the most important part in that.
So what jobs did you have to stay financially secure and stable?
Well, first, I was having some office jobs, keeping track of money, how they dealt with the money, archiving papers, and just doing what they needed for me to do around the office. And then the most important job that I've had was becoming an assistant teacher and just having the knowledge that it's come. I taught in a middle school and I just helped around. Sometimes there were down days because I had a lot of work from school and from my job, but they did help each other because I majored in education for my bachelor's, so I got knowledge from my teaching job and it helped out.
That sounds great. And I just wanted to say that from background information, I've heard that you got your AA while you were graduating high school. How did you accomplish that?
Yeah, well, it all started really when I was in 8th grade. I went into a magnet fair that my sister volunteered in, and I saw that Edgewater was having an education magnet. So I decided to apply, and a couple months later, actually, I got accepted. So while I was still in middle school, I went to Edgewater, I did my transfers, everything, and I went there. I saw my teaching career start just from that early age. So imagine how big of an impact that did to me. And in the education magnet, it's a requirement to be dual enrolled with Valencia, meaning I had to take college and high school classes at the same time. For me to do that, I had to pass my PERT test. It was very difficult in the beginning. I did pass it on my 6th try. It took a lot of hard work and dedication to do that test and pass it, but I was able to do it again with the support system. I was going to quit, but I didn't. I kept going. I decided that I wasn't gonna stop there. I knew that I was capable of more, and I pushed forward, and I did that. So I'm very proud.
And while being dual enrolled, was there a specific class that intrigued you more than others, or kind of made you feel as if you had a sense of what you wanted your future to be?
Yes, it was new student experience. That class really helped me know where I wanted to be in life, my purpose, my strength, my weaknesses even. It helped me figure out a lot of study schedules, bad habits, and I can say my purpose statement, I remember it, is to lead and inspire students to be more than they think they can be, by teaching with an attitude that everyone is capable of doing more. And my strengths that related to that were restorative, which helped me have a quick mindset with my students in case of any situation that popped up, and individualization that helped me learn and figure out new ways to incorporate into my lessons that help my students learn better, just kept a better connection with them.
Yeah, I think it's crazy to see and kind of sit back and see how far you have came. And with that being said, what were some of the requirements that you had to do to complete your bachelor's in education, your TEFL, and your master's in business?
Yes, well, it was a lot of work. In my bachelor's in education, I had to do 21 internship hours with the subject I wanted to do, which was math. I wanted to teach math. So I had to do the 21 hours internship, and then I had to complete my state required assessments, my school program, and from there I became a Algebra 1 teacher in a K-12 public school. While I was teaching there for 2 years, I was getting my TEFL certificate, which is to teach English abroad. I went to Germany for 1 year. I went to Spain for 1 semester and Ecuador for another semester. While I was doing that, I was also majoring in business for my master's, which that was needed. I needed to complete around 60 credits from like previous background jobs, which I had done. As I mentioned, I went to offices and I did any work that they provided, so I got letters of recommendation from them. I also had to be fluent in English, and well, I forgot to mention that in my TFL I had to complete over 100 hours in teaching non-native English, so on non-native English learners.
Okay, sounds great. And so, what can you say about being an educator or being a teacher?
Being an educator and teaching is much more than what's presented on paper. Teaching is getting your kids prepared for their state finals and making sure that you give a lesson, but it's also about caring about your students, understanding them, seeing how they are, how you can connect with them. Because everyone can stand in front of a board and say, this is what we're doing, 2 + 2 is 4. But no one can be like, I feel you, I understand you, and I'm here to talk to you. That comes from your heart, and you'll actually have to be present in those students' lives to get to them, and for them to accept that you want to educate them, and for them to accept that you're actually there for them.
I think that's like a natural born gift. And so with, after hearing your whole story, is that like one of the main reasons you decided to open up your school, because you had such a great career in education throughout your middle school and high school careers? Did you just want to give that back and pay that forward to others?
Definitely. I mean, I can definitely say that I've had great experiences with teachers. Before I met my middle school teacher, Miss Wallace, I've also encountered a lot of wonderful teachers, but I've also encountered a lot of negative teachers, negative impacts that they've given me, and I wanted to change that. I wanted to share actually the best aspects of education, because I am very passionate about it. I feel like education is a big impact that can do to your life.
Yeah.
And I want to pay it forward, how you said, to future generations that are coming into my school, and I want to share it with the world to know how great of an impact it's done for me and how great of an impact it could do for them.
I'm so glad that a great empowered woman has accomplished this all. And thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for encouraging others and just letting others know that this is something that can be accomplished. And you have to always put your best foot forward. So thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you.
Well, thank you for having me here today and listening to my story. I want to thank all of you guys out there for listening to what I have to say. Thank you so much.
Of course. Have a great night.
You too.